Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Good coffee?
Good to see you too. I have coffee. It's a new one.
All right.
I'm happy.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so we have just entered a new lockdown.
Yes.
Great.
Was mentally disturbing yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Thankfully, we learned a lot of lessons last time that will serve us in good stead this time around.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about a little bit of automation to make a lockdown life easier. We know companies have been automating a lot at the business process level, but now that people are working from home, there's a different dynamic around their time scheduling. And there are some great tools that can help out with that. So what's our favorite?
Yeah, for me, it's X.AI. It's an artificial intelligence that manages your time. It's basically a virtual assistant for scheduling meetings. And as we said, time is valuable.
Absolutely.
It's worth something, and you should be very mindful of where you spend it, especially in a lockdown, because somehow things become more,
Intertwined.
everything takes more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everything takes more time.
Yeah, and it was first in like the 9 to 5-ish block. The office hours were something in the planned in the work calendar, and then you had your gym and your dentist and your whatever kids chess club in the personal calendars. And things had definite edges to them, and now it
Yes.
all kind of blurs together. So it really helps. I mean, if you have a back office with secretaries that can plan your time, etc., that's all very nice. But now everybody needs this kind of aid, and X.AI
Yeah.
helps me a lot, at least. So I pay about €10 a month. And if people want to have a meeting, I can just send them the link, and the AI takes care of the scheduling. What are some
Yeah.
kind of tips and tricks that you've learned in using X.AI over the past couple of months?
So first of all, is make different types of meetings. So you can basically give rules to X.AI, to Amy. That's
Amy
her
Ingram
name or
AI.
his name. Yeah. You can give her some rules. So I have several different types of meetings. I have very short meetings. They are half an hour, always online, always via Zoom. So it all automatically schedules things that it has the Zoom link, it has everything. The people on the other side have it as well. So both parties have the same details. It schedules it for you, and then it actually takes it to everybody in the meeting.
Right.
Another thing that I do is I give the rules about free time as well. So Amy can only schedule 5 meetings a day with me.
Yes.
And the meetings have to have at least 30 minutes in between.
Right.
Always. So no back-to-back meetings.
Yeah.
I also am very mindful of when people want to reschedule. I tell them use Amy for that as well.
Right.
There is a link for that
Yes.
in the notes.
Yes.
So people can automatically reschedule
Yeah.
everything. So I do these kind of little things to make my life easier.
Absolutely.
What are your tips?
Well, I have a little bit shorter time in between meetings, 15 minutes, but I schedule a block each day, which is most days it's in mornings, except Wednesday it's in the afternoon, where it's my creative time and there are no meetings, and my phone's in flight mode, my notifications are in do not disturb, because I need that to have some flow state.
Yeah.
If I don't, I don't get around to content creation. I don't get to think and process. And there's one other block that I schedule without meetings, and that's my weekly review, where I turn, stacks of emails and notifications into inbox zero and task lists, etc. And there,
Yeah.
I want to try something new. But I think that'll be the subject of tomorrow's coffee talk.
Another
So Amy has
video.
has has
And
definite
we've
blocks where she's allowed to schedule
yeah,
things in, and a little bit less time in between. That's my
yeah,
approach.
yeah. And we've connected it to Slack, right?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. Slack,
in
Zoom,
between us,
Google
yeah,
Drive.
so you can connect to different things, but between us, the two of us, if we want to schedule a meeting, I just say in Slack,
It's
hey
really
Amy,
seamless. Yeah,
schedule something with Paul. And so it Amy knows my calendar, Amy knows your calendar, and Amy does
yeah.
everything.
She
So I
knows all my
tell her,
calendars. Yeah.
yeah. Um, so in essence, the I love Amy.
Yes.
It saves a lot of time,
Yes.
and for the €10 a month, it's definitely worth it.